Tyrese Halliburton has quickly become one of the most unique players in the league. He breaks a lot of them old rules of the game, but even so, he's been an incredibly effective player since coming into the league. So much so that he just signed him a fat old $206 million contract, showing that the Pacers also know exactly what they have in him. Nah, I recently saw me some discourse on Twitter claiming that Tyrese Halliburton is an overrated passer and playmaker, and I just chalk such stupid talks up to it being the offseason that people are just bored. I truly believe that these ideologies come from people not watching the Pacers that often, and from Tyrese himself being a better and more dangerous passer than he is a scorer. Aside from being one of the premier flashy pass spammers of the league, Tyrese is someone who is able to make reads and react ridiculously fast, and a lot of that comes from the fact that he's a tall guy, so he can really just see over the defense. Regardless of how quickly a help defender may come over, it seems like Tyrese is always a step ahead, and a marvelous cutter such as Bruce Brown will benefit greatly from this. No area on the floor is safe when Hallie's on the court. He can get the rock anywhere with plenty of zip, touch, and accuracy. And right here is why I'll bring up cardinal sin number 1 in Tyrese's game, the jump pass. Obviously, this is something that coaches scorn, and for good reason, but for Tyrese, it really serves as a way to ensure his passes can get over top of the defense, because when he jump in the air, he 100% already knows where he's going with the rock. And in transition, Tyrese gets the opportunity to put all of this together alongside with his natural fast style of play and make defenses look foolish. And you can't have no great pass without manipulating and putting defenders where you want them to be, even when they're literally on to you from the beginning. And Obi Toppin is gonna absolutely love playing with Hallie because he'll throw up a oop in a heartbeat. Bro, Tyrese Halliburton got a burner, even though it is truly one of the most atrocious ones we have in the league today. Like, bro, ew, just look. Let's take a second to really look at this monstrosity. First and foremost, the ball is actually very far past his face, as well as not being anywhere near above his head, but rather more in front of him. And he has a bit of a thumb flick, but he actually takes it a bit further by turning his whole hand into a claw. Either way, bro, it worked. He shot 40% on 7 attempts last year, and he will launch them in any situation. He can really get into his gross shot real quick off various dribble moves. With one of his favorites being that old reliable step back. And bro got stupid range, and he will pull it with no hesitation. And even though it ain't been seen as much since he's gotten to Indiana, he can still work really well off ball. And as seen with most who have unorthodox shots, in the mid-range you see a lot more traditional mechanics, including bringing the ball up above the head in more of a conventional way, as well as hanging in the air longer to generate more power. Tyrese is also solid around the rim, again showing his craftiness. The thing that stick out most with him honestly is his body control. He often effortlessly hangs in the air and contorts his body to finish, and he usually does this off one foot where he's obviously real comfortable. He also uses different pickups to maneuver through traffic, including a strong low pickup, and a higher variation going over the top of the defense. Something else to note is his propensity to stretch out and extend on these finishes. I don't even think I'd call a lot of these floaters per se, but regardless, these are insanely tough shots to be taken over people while going full speed. But to speak on the floaty, Tyrese got a good one, as you would expect. He gets them up real quick, and they usually come after he surveys on his pick and rolls. Tyrese Halliburton to me is a real underrated player. He is an elite playmaker that's been stuck in impoverished situations since he done been drafted. causing a lot of people to not tune into this point guard mastery and or trying to call him overrated for some reason. Now, as for this upcoming season, Indiana has made them some good moves that can hopefully at least get them back into the play-in picture. And I feel like as long as Tyrese healthy, they'll have a good chance at doing just that. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one right here. To be honest, this was supposed to drop months ago, but I kind of kept it in a tuck. And with him securing that fat contract, I felt like this was a good time to kind of put it out. So regardless, y'all leave any thoughts y'all got in the comments, subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one.